ya twa kasebo no sanase ye se kasebo no so a ye de call my Ghana my mrase bedwafie ne ye nyina ye nim se mrase bedwafo emra na wo mguso a wo mo kwa asetena na no fofia anto atama na dware abam ema metem wase bi pagya ne mu ho mo pagya asem no ade kokodan court ade chine ade senyina no Afenyo ma kan dawroma etebre asem de court ade chine ade senyina na court atentwia na eno na court ba beto dwa kire mi say Speaker of Parliament onyanfo abasoma na baben wo momode a say mrase bedwa na sabre no wo say wa suspend indefinitely no wo momode aso besan so afre bi no mrase bedwafo bekọ asetena sanse mrase bedwafo mo hodom no Ghana fo na to abama won say Ghana fo pempem ni nyina ntimi ko mrase bedwam enkonkotena ho enti sabre no na enipa baako eye 275 obo mrase bedwam prempre no sa nipa no na ekwakọ gina baton peso so ahodo nyina de ama Ghana fo pempem a etie ne mo amohwe na nwumre enti e ba sa no na say Speaker of Parliament so din se pagu apono so na wato so free mrase bedwafo ni bio no mo san so ko ana no kura no ansa na Speaker of Parliament e ba beto nsa no do ya frɛ wono na mrase bedwafo ni bi kura mo kire se wo mo to nsa frɛ mo a wo mo nkonde nkɔkyena ni nyina no se sabre ya kwakoto aba ma Ghana na Speaker of Parliament to nsa frɛ so wo mo mra wo ma waje so mo kɔ mrase bedwam no na ya no mo mfofofo no a wo mo ye MPs no mo kɔ no mo ye manchifo mfran nto fra enya de mrase bedwafo no kura ma ye madwen so mo kɔ den so no Speaker of Parliament ejina Ghana mamna constitution ya de ase ne nsa say wonye dwemtire na nakasama fomfa ma my Ghana mrase bedwa no edi tudwa chem say enedie yi a ye de se mabosom na to so edunsia wa fimpinu ne aduonu nan mu no mrase bedwa fo nyira wo fra wa watu wo momra na nsaba wudu obi ana so mbobo hu o mantumi awie a ani yakwakoto abawie no wo momra no mbobo sansensem no ho ensema no mkwakọ bobo hu na bi eye to wodo ana eda yese one day one factory aban de ba ya enso nei obekọ de so ahodo bebre wo Ghana hadma enwuma ba kumpo eni hodom no eno ana mrase bedwa mo de tru dwa chem sese beye ya ene aban ne sese ya wode ba ne sese wode ba nyina na say 300 million tax waivers eda ye one day one factory initiative no so no companies ahodo bi a samre wo mo ye one day one factory no aban ne hwe anasa Ghana fo nyina titru mrase bedwa fo nko bankuro na wo mo hwe do mam tax waivers se be betimi aboa no mo be hare won na adwuma mo ye ne betimi aboa na Ghana emfidi dwuma na se nyuma wodo bebuso ewo mantema wodo ni nyina mu na wo mo ga asasem we no na Dr. Kesela to Forson minority leader wonu gina pane simpie so no se hwe aseme na mo de bai ya mo de ba se abre akato mo ne bro no my Ghana Parliament kura kwa wiye no mo de tax waivers edeba and edeba sasika twitwiri de we na mo de ba de nya de Ghana fo beja tumi de beja tumo chena wase ano da nchen ya loans awudu obi ya da my madwene se mo kwa akwagyena mo de aba ne de emwa esase pembe so ya dure no o my Ghana tete apasam se konte ba ye peskari asesi o my Ghana no ndi pass ye beso so saa de so o my Ghana mu de enya de yan adomkuba ya mrase bedwamu ye beso so e wokurum hanamo ye nte asama adwuma ko enya na siam Messi mrase bedwani o hodomo and dey oye minority leader Dr. Kesela to ba Forson what to dwa e mrase bedwafie.
This morning I made it clear to my colleague the Honorable Afenyo that it will be wrong for an outgoing government to commit an incoming government to millions of US dollars, which will be a fiscal strain on the next budget. The Speaker, I said this on the backdrop that before us, they are proposing to buy ships worth 140 million euros at this time. The Speaker, it is very wrong for a government that is leaving office in 3 weeks, to commit 140 million euros. The Speaker, if it is extremely important for the state, allow the new government to commit them. Right, Honorable Speaker, the tax exemptions before us, if approved, will have a fiscal burden in the next budget. So you are saying that the next government should carry your burden of $350 million? Mr. Speaker, no way. No way. It's not going to happen. Activities before us cannot commit to the 2025 budget. You don't know the priorities of the next government.
ene da ho no agremu ye yi mu o se aka menyon ba ko mo mamento enti Dr. Kesela to ba fo se kyerem se enya de o mo be pene so asoso sa de no so se aban ya sa aka be na wotwe me yesape na Ghana fa ye mo ba bai mo nko no na mo kwa je besia 140 million euros enya de ye be ye ne be ye ne kyena wo de no da nkyɛn a sa Tax Waivers ya wo de bai sa wo de ba na so ha kase pa na ba beto aban da aban foforo wo ba no so edi mu fu se sa besia mo se ye nkonkɔgye na ye mfa mbra ene sa Tax Waivers ni ya se hu hia mo ntwɛn aban foforo ba no so hwe na se hu hia adenti na wonye se de hia se Ghana man ayeye na wakasa wie pe ena Afenyo makin oye majority leader ewo enei wo kire mu se wone Afenyo makin ane NDC fo no nya adwen enti wasra won se opam chew ba bia du na ye den enti no wo munyi ntum saa na wo mu wase be ya saa besia no ene Tax Waivers ni nyina da no ebetumi aye adwuma.
These items that have been listed on the business statement have not suddenly arisen. They are not matters that have suddenly arisen. They have been with us. In the spirit of continuity in governance, in the spirit of setting a certain novel precedence to guide tomorrow, I want to encourage my colleagues to cooperate with government to do this key government business. For instance, Mr. Speaker, my respected colleague Ablakwa of Norton stated that the incoming government intends to reduce taxes and deal with obnoxious the tax regime we have, according to him. If that were to be so, why will this same incoming government reject the ID1F, which is giving an incentive? Because we don't want too many imposition of taxes on corporate Ghana. What this tax is doing, is to take away the taxes. You say that you are going to repeal taxes. We are giving an incentive. You say no. So, Mr. Speaker, what I'm saying is that I did not just come up with this. We sat at the committee. It's a collective decision to bring this proposal. Mr. Speaker, they should know that they are coming into government too. This opposition posture, you better change. I mean, you are no more in opposition. Or you better stop that your behavior. You should change your behavior. We should see signs of your readiness to govern and stop this violence, chaotic, bugaga thing. Stop.
Eti efutum na sebedwani enei majority leader Afenyo makin wano na sabre no wo bre no ho ase wo kasa kama no uba Facebook a uba behwese ne wosi a wakasa wo bre no ho ase wo kasa kama ho adanya asem ketwa dwane live for Facebook akra 100.5 FM na bra behwe ade na wo kasa bi ebie epe ana right honorable speaker Abambabin wono so den sem sei ade atu dwa wo masebedwam.
Number one priority is the expenditure in advance of appropriation. In fact, I was told that we will start it today. I'm aware that a request was also made for the Public Accounts Committee reports because of the nature of those reports. And so I captured those things for our consideration. Beyond that not for the determination of the 8th Parliament. Then the 9th Parliament will come to continue if the new government considers it necessary to proceed with. So let's take to this agenda and let's get some business done. Please, these items found space on the order paper because they are pending business. And so if you look at the standing orders, you have to keep on capturing them. They are business before the House. They were earlier on admitted by the Speaker. They were presented to the House. They are before us and they are not completed. So they will always find space in the order paper. But I have stated clearly that in view of the limitation of time and the season, we will not do justice to this business if we decide to take them now.
Right honorable speaker Abasman Babin ne ene yekokotie ye no na me yegwa humar so na yekonkodi nkomo yama ne boni otonkra ahoma na toko na yama ne boni otonkra free of my mra sebedwafie havila kakali ewa ahoma no so na ye no enkonkodi nkomo na wono na nei wote Ghana mamra sebedwafie ne yekoso mra sebedwam no one fan to Ghana for one pimpim na yenti ensama ekɔ so ewende yi mrase bedwe na aba Facebook live na Accra 100.5 FM a ye di nkan ye yi mfoni ni bebre ye videos ni bebre so agugugu wodomo obemu de ekɔ so ewende yi Ghana mrase bedwe fie enya sam keto akora utimu se incoming majority for no womani abre papa wamsa nya de wometra se na aba we aboka na wagya hɔ akɔda wɔn ntwe ma ne nɛ ntwe ma no kyena eti weni ne yakwaso so avila kekele asan so aba homa ne so bio ye ne avila kekele nkodi nkomo awantumi anyina so a ye nkonsa foforo mafia
yo abusianfo ye nto akase bo no so na ye nkoye ni mo ensem foforo mo na no memenda ye to aba no omampanyini dada John Dramani Mahama na Ghana fo kire se wono ene wo be sign de 2 million kita ne nsam biem te ne ye nyina ye nyime ye nimsam dada se Ghana fo se mampanyini dada John Dramani Mahama ya sesamunti wono ene omeyi mampanyini na ebra empanyifo je ne tumu wieye na abato komisa ball ne din se wono ena wadi kan abato no mu no kamye empanyifo kuku da meko ne naso ebinom ekoma no mo ene ye ebinom koma no trinkwa ene de keka aka ho na mampanyini dada John Dramani Mahama asase ya wo kasa na ne nkasa ye mu a ene wode ato dwase mampanyini dada Mills awanya ne ba bi kro wo hye dwumade bi ase na eno eye constitution na sa mamra ye de bu aman no na opese oda da mu kakra opese oye nsesan bi wom na afofia ntroata ne adware na bamo na mampanyi dada John Evans Atamils kra ko ne kra chie no sa enhyehyeye ne nyina ba bedam pan ya esense wiem na nyame ya adom ama ono abai wo ba be ye ne nyina yie na wode nani asan ma Ghana mamra no mo na afa wo hye ne esafata se esesa no ne wo se ye ne yie ne ntokro de da ho ya emma kwan ma mamra ne ntimi nyina ne na aso brane no ni nyina wo ba be sesa ni nyina mo na watumi aye ne yi aboa amome ye tumi akonani mpa isanse ba wa bei wo ba be pepa wo mayi mu nyina na wo gugu mu spray ama oman no emu aye cham yie pa wodin se bi nyina to dwabra Ghana Pentecostal and Charismatic Council ekọ ne na so ekọbọ ne nsra en wode eto dwase sa hyehyeye no ewo na komapono so nti ogide se no mpo ena nyankopon nam so a wo ma na kwanya biemu so obefa Ghana benya no entra so waso wo mpasa woni mpasa ade a wo ba beye enafem enya de ketwa enya de wa nanso wo be kom na wo komakomu atetete ho ba sofo abedwakuo amode woni asemu ahunu se ade ne betumi ayeye na afa wo hyase aye wo se woni mpasa eyeden ya referendum bebem ebinom so de ehia se emrasomedwafo egitumo ewo brasomedwafie won masetena hodo mbekọ mu no ne nyina ebetumi aye no sa ama omeyi nso ye kwa ye kwe na ye kwe nim na enioma panko a ena ebobo eba omeyi mo na wo kyeresa asemi enye se bia wa hya ase sa no nko ano no ono nko ade na dwempo ananse ono nko ade na gina ne nyansa wonim eba beye nemo mo betoato adwene na wagye nyimfo enim die nintre ne atwetwa wura adwene na afei ansana wode dwumade be hyeso a wotumi ede ahyeso so na bra wo kasa no ne nsema wode etu dwa no ebini.
One of the early things that I think I want to do is to begin again the process that was started by Professor Atamils in respect of the constitutional review. It stalled at a certain point, and for the last 8 years, we haven't moved it anywhere. I think that the time has come for us to look at our constitution again. It has served us well, and I still believe it's one of the best constitutions any African country can have. But after using it for several years, we realize that there are a few parts that we need to tweak so that it can serve us for even further generations to come. Okay. And so one of the things that I intend to do is to hold a national validation conference where we would bring all stakeholders in a form of consultative assembly. The legal people will know how to phrase it so that we can move it forward. Now what we want to do is to bring the constitutional review report back to this validation conference. There might be things that we flagged that we wanted to amend that might not be necessary again this time. And there might be new things that we didn't really take notice of that will become important for us to include in the review. I mean, for instance, if you take the impasse between Parliament and the judiciary, nobody anticipated that a situation like this would arise. But once it's arisen, we must clearly state what the mandate of the Speaker is, so that it's unambiguous, so that nobody has to go to the Supreme Court to seek interpretation about what the Speaker's role is when vacancies occur. So these are some of the things that I think a validation conference like that will help to streamline. And once we've done that, we can separate the two amendments. We have the entrenched clauses and we have the non-entrenched clauses. The non-entrenched clauses are easy to pass because it just has to do with Parliament. And so once we all build a consensus around the non-entrenched clauses, we can send them directly to Parliament.
Abusuafo ne ayetie ye Ghana mampanyi na yato abayi no enche obetre abanwa no so na obuo mai mampanyi dada John Dramani Mahama.